Have you ever wanted your own TV show? Have you dreamed of showcasing your talent for the world to see? Well, now you can. Have your own TV show. You can have your own 30-minute show. Not only will you be seen in the Detroit area, but you can be viewed worldwide. Be seen on WHPR Detroit Live, Comcast Cable Channel 91, on the web at TV33WHPR.com, with the TV33 app, on Roku, Google TV, Apple TV, and on Amazon Fire TV. Act now. Time slots are limited. Sign up today and get a free replay with the purchase of your time slot. For more information, call 313-868-6612. Visit our studios and receive a free TV interview to promote your business, church, or organization by appointment only.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones and All right, we're hot. This is the Talk Beat Jones, and I am Billy E. Jones, and I want to do this real quickly. I believe that I'm going to have to do it a little bit different, so let's start off with the Talk Beat Jones, and straight up, because it's important. I see I have calls waiting already, so let me find out exactly how I'm going to do this today. Caller, can you hear me?
Yes, this is Michelle Broden. Good morning, good morning, family.
All right, hold on. Thank you. That's working. Hold on. And let's find out, do we have someone on this line that can hear me? Hello?
This is Leo Brazil.
All right. Thank you, Leo. Got everybody in queue. Okay, thank you. Okay, family, this is the Talk Beat Jones. Once again, I am Billy Jones, and boy, I tell you, I'm so excited. I have two great communicators that I am excited moving forward with 2021. That are going to be able to give you some wonderful, great information. They're exciting to listen to. You know, have you ever heard people who got titles and they're supposed to have all this great information, and when you hear them talk, it's like, okay, let me go to sleep. I've got folks on the Talk Beat Jones that's going to just excite you. I ask you to make sure that you share this program, you put the likes in, but share the program, because we've got folks all around the world who want to get this information. You want to get this information so that you can share it with your friends and your neighbors, etc., and your family. And I'm just really just full, just so full, because family, the love that you have shown the Talk Beat Jones, it's just continuing to grow, and it's growing and it's growing. It's like I don't know what to say. It's just my heart. Thank you from the bottom of my heart as we're continuing to grow. This program is designed eventually to have commercials that will have folks advertising that from around the world. You may want to order from the folks that you're going to see on the Talk Beat Jones advertising. So without a whole lot of other stuff, you know, people talk about the 50,000 watts of power that they have, and that's a wonderful, great thing. And the station has a 50,000 watts situation too with WGPR. But I want to say that my program, I'm designed to go around the world. I'm designed that my folks in Highland Park and Detroit are able to enjoy and get the information because we love where I'm based. But the program goes around the world. I'm looking for those folks who are outside of the radius of a 50,000 watt station. I want that person who is on the Roku, the Apple, the Amazon, the Echo, the Fire Stick, the Alexa, Facebook, people who can spread this word all around the world. And when it's time to make money for you, because they're ordering your products, your services, from anywhere from around the world, because that's the way the platforms are set up now. So spread and share Talk Beat Jones. Remember, if it's live, it's on a Wednesday. It's live at 10 a.m. on a Wednesday on WHPR TV 33. And it's all over the internet. It's on 152. So, what can I say except I love you and I thank you, and I'm just going to go to the telephone lines. I have a lot of things to talk about, but I'm going to go and let my folk come on in. Can you come in and identify yourself? And remember, each week you have to identify yourself because we have new viewers from around the world who are not privileged to know who you are. So help me out and let the world know who you are.
Michelle Broughton. I am an educator. I'm a mother, a grandmother, a daughter, a granddaughter, precinct delegate, a nice neighbor to have next door to you and on your block.
Just a tremendous person.
And so I just wanted to also start with, this is my favorite month in the whole wide 12 months in a year. It's Black History Month. And what that has become for me is Black history, his story, her story. It is time to tell our story. Yes, we're going to highlight all of the pioneers before us, the heroes and the sheroes, but when you think about it, you have a hero next door to you. You might have a hero when we were in church sitting in the pew next to you or in front of you or behind you. During this month, everybody pays attention to our culture, but we need to really, really tell our story. And we need to celebrate us. We are heroes and sheroes. We might not be in the history books yet, but we are writing those books. We are living libraries. And my charge today is for everyone celebrating Black History Month, remember to celebrate yourself, celebrate your mom, celebrate your father, celebrate your brothers and sisters. So often we forget the trials and tribulations we've all gone through. But let's celebrate each other and definitely celebrate yourself.
Sounds wonderful. Hold on just a moment. I'm going to come back to you. I want to give Mr. Leo Brazil an opportunity to speak, and I'm going to come back to you because it's going to be a real hot shot type of thing today. And I want you to let folks know what's on your mind and things that's interesting to you, because if it's interesting to you, it will be interesting to the world. Hold on, please. Can I get you to introduce yourself to the world, sir?
Well, my name is Leo Brazil. I'm sitting here watching the sun come up in Oakland, California. I started off my public life as a community organizer and ended up, as I am today at 77 years old, just a plain old activist. Along the way, I have been a organizer in the Black Panther Party. I've been an attorney. I've been a city councilman here in the city of Oakland. I've been a political science major at Stanford University and a law student at the University of California, Berkeley. And along the way, worked for some political offices and so forth. And so, besides being a father and a member of Allen Temple Baptist Church, that's been the sum of my life, other than all of my relatives I can mention.
Allen Temple Baptist Church. Can I hold my right hand up? I'm a member of Allen Temple Baptist Church. How about that? Go right here, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a beautiful congregation, and I basically put my time into our Class 9 Sunday school class and our Brothers to Brothers fellowship on Tuesday night.
Tell me this now. When I come back to you, I want to know, I'm skipping and I'm going to come back before I really get into the program. And family, if you want to participate, you see the numbers on the line, on the air, and I want you to, on the screen, and make sure that you write those numbers down, because we're going to take those off in just a few moments here. The numbers are, as you see them, 313. Are you ready? 313-4336. 868-4336 is the correct number. Let's do it again. 313-868, second number. 0351 313-868-0351. Also, 313-868-0342 is the numbers that you can call. Remember, family, we have a number open for you from anywhere and around the world that you want to participate, you want to jump in, you want to have a question, you want to have a comment. You can jump in. There's a line open. So from wherever you are, if you're in the Highland Park, you're in Detroit, if you're around the world, anywhere you want to call in, that number is there. It's open and it's free. And I'll put you on the air. So remember, write those numbers down, because we're going to take those numbers off the air, off the screen, so that we can proceed with Mr. Leo Brazil. Go ahead, sir. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. What's your name again?
Michelle Broughton in Detroit, Michigan.
I just like to hear you say your name. And I think it's important because people are going to find out that you are. Tell me, you say you were influenced by your grandfather, the sailor?
What'd you say?
Did you say you were raised, in your from a young age, you started off with being somewhat tutored by your grandfather, was a sailor? I didn't understand.
No, I said I was a educator, a mother.
Front door.
And my grandfather was in the services, and he was in Pearl Harbor when it blew up.
Yes.
And so it's hard for people to talk about that. So we're still trying to put those pieces together.
Okay. What I was doing there, you spent a lot of time with him, correct?
Yes, I did.
So you have that. So you've got that salt in your understanding about language and understanding about life, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's one folks understand that I've got one here, folks. I've got someone who can stand up, go toe to toe with any man, with any woman per se. So I want you to know that Talk Beat Jones, we've got the best. Hold on, Michelle.
Yes.
Tell me what's on your mind.
What is on my mind is for us to learn to love us so that we can enjoy Black History Month and we can celebrate, because there is so much with the coronavirus out here. People are isolated. People are feeling alone. So as they are able to reopen, like in Michigan, they opened up the restaurants is only 25%, but that will help some people within that 25% start feeling better about themselves and starting to connect and communicate, because being in solitude is not fun. That's not something you want to do. So I'm hopeful that people are safe, but the people that really need to be connected to the next one, now maybe they're able to do that in a safe way.
When you speak about safe way, let us explain to the world why that is so important. I know about your personal, but you have healthcare workers in your family, correct?
Yes.
Explain.
My daughter is a doctor. She works in the hospital every day. My son is a CNA worker, so he transports patients, all kind of patients, COVID and the like, in the hospital every day. So it's very important for them to stay safe, because that's their career, their job. My daughter, of course, wants to save the world, and my son just likes doing what he does. So with the vaccine coming on and having the right equipment to stay safe, hopefully everybody will be safe, and when they come home, that we're all safe.
Yes. So this is no joke. This is not something that you and your family are taking at all lightly, I'm sure. Is that correct?
Yeah, we've personally lost over 15 family members to the coronavirus or COVID-19.
My goodness. Wow, hold on just a moment. Mr. Leo Brazil.
Yes, sir.
As an activist, give me that understanding that when you were younger in that Black Panther organization with Bobby Seals and Huey Newton, and speaking on that real quickly, we talk about a platform. We talk about a person that's giving back, who's still giving, who's still an activist. Now you got the world at your as your oyster there. Bobby Seale is not being in a position where he has a world to talk about the Panther or the attitude of the world today for black folks and white folks, etc. But you do. You do.
Bobby has it. Bobby, you just go on the what's it? Oh man, the YouTube. YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
There's all kinds of Bobby lectures and everything on there. I encourage people to go there.
Okay. Now, so we can catch up with what he is doing. Now, tell us from your perspective, where...
Well, what I'm doing, Billy, is still here in Oakland carrying on. If you remember, the Panthers were organized to deal with police brutality here in Oakland. We would be, all of the problems that we're having with the police today were the very problems that we were having back in the 1950s. And by the 1960s, we had gotten tired of this. And so Huey Newton and Bobby Seale came forth with a 10-point program to organize our community, but they were distinct in that they were going to patrol the police armed themselves, and that is what brought them the notoriety and the attention. And so the focus then was on the guns, black men with guns, as opposed to the 10-point program that was meant to lift our community up. And after going through a lot of things that we don't have to discuss because we're in Black History Month, we can discuss the positive things. But COINTELPRO, and I think the movie that is coming out now on Fred Hampton will show you the dirty things that the police was doing to us as black people. But don't let that get you down. Get into the programs that they were talking about, the community uplift and all of the things that sickle cell anemia and the Breakfast for Children programs and running for electoral offices. These are the things that we are still working on today because they laid that foundation 50 years ago.
Sounds great. Sounds great. So where we are today is we have you able to come in each week and come in and use this as your platform to educate the community, educate the world, because you're still an activist.
Yeah.
And can you give us an understanding of what is a person that deals with political science, who studies and believe in political science?
Well, we started off in our movement was in three phases. We went from protest to politics to policy. And then right now, the people are still protesting, and we've gone into politics to where we've got a president, a black president, and a vice president. So we now know what the definition of black power is all about. But we're in the policy area now, and the policy area centers around economics. That's why it's so important for us to focus in on what the president is doing right now to get us that $1.9 trillion economic package done that will deal with COVID so that we can get back to this economy and bring about some economic salvation for black people. So as a political scientist, what we were are social scientists that look at the political machinations of a society. And so when we look at the black political movements and everything, that's what I concentrate on. And so, like I said, we went from protest to politics, and now we're in economics. And so I'll break it down this way. When we were protesting, we were trying to ride the bus.
Mm-hmm.
When we were getting into politics, we were trying to get the job driving the bus. And now we're in economics, and we got to be in the business of owning the bus.
Sounds good. Hold on, please. Could I get you to give me an idea of Miss, what is your name again?
Michelle Broughton.
Okay. I want you to take the lead now and give me your overall assessment of where are we today, black folks, white folks, in the political idea. And first thing, I also want to offer the world an apology and offer it to you, Miss Michelle. I stepped into a place that was not my my particular track to run my train on. I mentioned about the school teachers and the fact that they were the highest paid persons, teachers in Michigan. That's not my lane. I mentioned something else about school children, school. That's not my lane. And I want to apologize to Miss Michelle because I stepped in and I made I checked myself and I found I made an error. And I want everyone to understand that if there is an error that is made through the voice of Billy Jones, you have a number that you can call, and my hosts also can always correct me, as I will correct them, and they'll correct each other, etc. Because we want to give out the great information. Go ahead, Michelle. I'm sorry, but I needed to get that out and get it straightened out that I made a mistake, and I apologize for those who found it, and I have made mistakes, and so let's
Well,
move.
thank you for that. We are in negotiations now, the Detroit Public School teachers, and no, they are not the highest paid.
Okay.
10 years ago, when we had a different president, they took away, or the teachers agreed for them, in order to save the district and to help the kids, a deduction of over $10,000 out our pay.
Mm-hmm.
And as of today, they have still not brought the teachers up to par.
Okay.
So if back 10 years ago they were making $75,000, they're making $65,000 and less. And as of today, they are still not being paid the $75,000 they gave up 10 years ago. And as you know, the cost of living has gone up. And so therefore, they are behind the 8 ball.
Okay.
There are other districts that make more than we do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See.
And so we are in contract negotiations.
Okay.
And teachers need to get active, and if they're not in the union, sign back up to be in the union, because as a unified group, we have more power, because the superintendent we have is punitive,
Okay.
and has stated in the public that he doesn't particularly want to raise the rate or the price of the contract. And that's a shame when the district is a balanced district and you have extra money.
Now, let me step in there. When you say you're talking about Beatty?
Yes, Nikolai Vitti.
Okay.
Yes.
So
From Florida, not from Michigan. Although he'll play the game, he is. If he was, he would understand the history of the Detroit Public School teachers. And when you have money in the budget to pay them, that's what you should do.
Well, let me do
and
this.
not fight the union.
Let me do this. Since we have you on the Talk B. Jones show, we're going to be checking the conversation that the superintendent comes on another station and gives the information out. So I was kind of quoting from the information that I thought from him. So we will check with you and let you give us a complete update, because you are the person that represents the teachers and the students.
Yes.
And speaking of that,
I'm also the treasurer of DFT, and I'm on the executive board of Detroit Federation of Teachers Union.
okay. Question here now. I thought I heard persons talking about another superintendent for the state of Michigan's talking about, potentially I'm wrong there, but said that they want the school year to be extended because the students are behind. What is your thoughts?
Yes, I would agree with that. I have still grandchildren in Detroit Public Schools, and for the family that understands and for the family that doesn't understand, this virtual learning, when you weren't trained, first of all, to teach virtually, and your child or the students weren't trained to pay attention to a laptop, they're used to bodies, they're used to teachers. Like one little girl said, I just want to see my teacher's face. I want to see her eyebrows. I want to see her ears wiggle. I just want to see my teacher's face. So the kids, the students in Detroit, in some neighborhoods, do not have access to internet. So you have a loss there. Some students, for a long time, until they found some money, did not have a laptop or a cell phone to connect to do a virtual classroom. So they're behind. And they are, they're hurting, and they feel left out. And so the kids aren't giving you their best. And yes, that it needs to be extended in order to make sure that the child has everything that they were supposed to have to be ready for the next level, next grade, next career, from high school to college. They're going to need that.
Okay. Also, maybe you can speak about the social skills that they are not receiving because they're not in school to interact with different folks, different whatever. We'll come back to that. Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Leo Brazil.
Yes, sir.
They are comparing. Actually, it's two questions in one, so you can take that and then you can go into where direction that you want to go to. Okay. But the two questions I wanted to make is there were 5 agents that were shot doing a 1 and 2 serve a warrant, and they knocked on the door of a very serious type of condition, and they were welcomed with gunfire. That's one. 2, in Oregon, they have now decriminalized all drugs, heroin, cocaine, oxycontin, etc., etc. And 3, can you discuss where we are with the vaccine at this time?
Well, where was the shooting? I never heard of that. Where was that?
I cannot give you the recall. Let me find out something real quick.
Okay, well I can't speak on it because I know nothing about it.
Go right ahead. Don't speak on it. I got it. I'll take care of that. Go right
And the same thing with the drug thing. That's a state determination. The only thing I can say about the drug thing is that the federal government has to make these drugs legal in order to clear up this problem. Otherwise, people are still going to be subject to incarceration under federal law, even though state law allows them to use these drugs. So that's a problem there. Now, as far as this vaccine and everything goes, it's unfolding. And as it unfolds, I keep getting the information that I can get. I'm still waiting for my shot. And I understand that people like you maybe are reluctant to take their shot, so I'll take yours while you are making up your mind.
My mind is made up. It's not like you're going to get my shot, bro. You know, I talked to my daddy. My daddy let me know straight up, gonna get that shot, boy. Yes, sir.
Well, unfortunately, Trump's people messed up so bad they did not get us ready to use the military and use the other kinds of things that we have to get this thing done. And we're behind the 8 ball on this. And even though we are now ramping up on the vaccines, we're still having problems getting people to sites where they can get the shot. So it's a mess right now, but we will learn from this and hopefully be better prepared for it if it continues next year.
Question here is that I'm noticing a lot of policymakers and people who are talking about changing laws and doing things and citing other countries or what other countries are doing. They're citing a country like Switzerland and saying, well, this works in Switzerland and it should be able to work in America. My question is, because Americans are brought up differently with our belief system and our rights, etc., when they're comparing things that's happening in other countries, violent crimes, etc., and drug treatment programs, etc., I remember you saying that California had over 40 million folks.
Right.
And someone else had only 40,000 folks. So there's a big difference. So if a country only has 1 or 2 or 3, 4 million folks, a country, and they're saying, well, this works in that country and it should work in the United States of America, is that a basis for like a test subject to say it worked here? It should be able to...
No. When you're gathering data, and that's where we are now in the policy area now, from protest to politics to policy. We're in policy. You got to gather data, and we have the machinery now. These computers and everything allow us to gather data, and then we can compare the data and see how they run up against each other. But you have to understand that one set of data is coming from an apple and another set of data is coming from an orange. You can't compare apples and oranges. You have to do oranges against oranges. And so even here in the United States. How can you compare Arkansas with 7 million people? And we got 7 million people right here in the Bay Area. In California, there are 40 million people in California. So if you start looking at vaccinations and distributions and everything in Arkansas, that doesn't mean anything in California where you got 40 million people. So the same thing that happens with countries. You could talk about Sweden. Well, Sweden might have all one ethnic group or one, everybody thinks the same, go to the same church. But when you start talking about California, you have to compare Sweden with New York City, where you got 50 or 60 different ethnic groups and whatever. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. All right. You got it. We're going to get ready to take a commercial break. Hold on. We're going to take a commercial break, family. Remember, tell your friends. We want you to make sure you share. I got some interesting things coming on after the commercial break. Tell your folks. Tell your folks. Tell your friends. If you got somebody that you really say, this is something that you need to see, it's the Talk B. Jones. Comes on the air every Wednesday, 10 a.m. I am Billy E. Jones, and I've got some of the greatest co-hosts that you ever want to come with. The things that I'm tied-tongued a little bit because I'm so excited. Finally, after the COVID interruption, the station being gone, us being off the air for all of the time, all of the guests, all the folks, etc. Now we are rebuilding. And we are ready to get off and take the rocket ship all the way up to the moon. Before I go to commercial break, Michelle and Mr. Leo, we're going to want to have a picture of you both so I can have it when I'm talking to you. We're going to go to that commercial break, family. This is the Talk B. Jones. I am Billy E. Jones. And again, we're on every Wednesday from 10 to 11. Tell your friends. Be right back.
We have an array of products to assist you in all your beauty or body needs. Do you want curly, soft, beautiful hair? Well, try our Relaxer line, designed to leave your hair soft, silky, and full of body. Or would you like beautiful, straight, shiny, long-lasting hair? Well, try our Cherry or Extreme Hold Spritz with our Cream Shine. It's guaranteed to give you that look you want. How about dry, achy feet or legs that you can't seem to keep moisturized? Well, try our African Shea Butter Foot Lotion. We have many products to help you with all phases of your beauty and body needs. For a full list of all our products, please visit our website at www.aeasysilk.com or call us at 313-277-2319.
I'm Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri, encouraging all taxpayers to please take advantage of the several payment options available.
You can pay online by visiting the Wayne County Treasurer's Office website. Paying online is easy and convenient.
You can also download the mobile app and pay with your smartphone.
You can pay at one of 70 kiosks located throughout Wayne County.
And yes, you can always still send in your payments using the U.S. Postal Service.
If you have to visit our office in person, you must make an appointment by going to treasurer.waynecounty.com. It only takes a few minutes. Facial covering or mask is required and social distancing is observed. Your health and safety is very important to us. You can also email our office at taxinfo@waynecounty.com or call us at 313-224-5990.
Hi, this is LaWanda.
This is R.J. Watkins.
Coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you. Because you know healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
We at Watkins Broadcasting care about the health and safety of our viewers and listeners. During this novel coronavirus pandemic, please protect yourself and others. Wash your hands well and often. Avoid touching your face. Cough and sneeze into your sleeve. Practice social distancing. Stay at least 6 feet away from others when in public and only leave the house when it's essential. Stay safe. You are important to us.
You wouldn't have to go anywhere because this is the Talk Beat Jones and Okay, we're back with the Talk Beat Jones, and again, I am Billy E. Jones, and I am just so really excited with all the sharing and the love conversations that we're having about the Talk Beat Jones. Thank you, family. We really appreciate it. But again, we're just really getting started for what we're going to bring to you, the world, from the station here, station based in Highland Park, Detroit, the R.J. Watkins. Boy, I tell you, R.J. Watkins is, his mind is just so, bam, just out there from what he's doing. A black media that's willing to be the David against the Goliath. We're ready. We're ready. We're coming for everybody. I don't care how many watts of power you got. We've got this social platform to get to everybody. We're coming. We're coming. There's a family of 4 that had the COVID. Family of 4, all 4. They recovered. And guess what? Less than 2 months later, all 4 have come down with the COVID again. So that's going to take some time to explain when we're talking about immunity. How long will the immunity last is now the question. We see all these commercials and all of this constant blitz about gambling. Now, we know folks are in a poor state of mind and need to make some money. But now we see that all we have, all of these gambling programs showing you how to make this money. Just do this, do that, it's going to make you money. Detroit has opened up the shots, the COVID shots for folks who are 65 and up, of course. But now they've opened it up for restaurant persons, food handlers, security guards, janitors. This is what Detroit is doing. Just made the announcement yesterday. I received it on the air. You're back, young lady.
Yes. Tell
me, if you had the time to sit in this chair and say, this is what I want to talk about, do it now.
I'd want to talk about the thing you just said was the family is reoccurring COVID-19.
Yes, ma'am.
So we need mental health, because that has to be a spirit breaker. Mm-hmm. They're not giving us the proper information. First of all, I'm just talking about me. I still need to know, how do you catch it? They can't tell you. They can't tell you if it's on the surface, if it's in the air, if somebody sneezes on you. And at first, the public or the CDC said if you caught it, you couldn't get it again.
Okay.
But now that's a lie.
But now we'll get into all of the ins and outs. We just want to get the kind of basis to it, because all of these things with all the stations stuff, they're going to discuss about the droplets and the sprays and the cetera.
Right, but what I'm saying is the mental health of it all. That makes you depressed, and if it's not you, but some people, how do you get out of it? But most importantly, you're scared. You're worried, you're nervous, your hair's falling out, you're losing weight, you're gaining weight.
Mm-hmm.
A mental health, instead of them putting on gambling commercials and how to take your money, and this is the other thing I would also tell the families, if you notice, those commercials only come on during the time when tax season is here. So if you're one of those families and you receive a refund, they want to take your money from you. When the government gave out those checks. Instead of it, you just leave it like that or tell the family how to secure themselves or stay safe. You put on gambling commercials and invitations. They just want to take your money, and we have to be smarter than that.
Okay. But by the way, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that Michigan just passed this gambling law so that they are able to do it on all the TV stations, and it's just all day gambling.
It's terrible.
Gambling. But anyway, we're not going to get into.
They want to take your money, and that's the
they're
bottom line.
They're going to get the money. They're going to get the houses. They're going to get the cars, etc. Hold on, please, okay? Mr. Leo Brazil.
Yes, sir.
This is your time, sir. If you had a passion that you wanted the folks to hear about, what would it be?
Well, again, I'm focusing on our month that we get every year. This is Black History Month, and so I'm encouraging people to pick up on all of the programs and support all the artists and support all the businesses that we can. Support your channel that you are broadcasting on, because we need
That's
these
TV
networks,
33
not only just
WHPR.
in February, but for the rest of the year. So those are the things that I'm working on right now. And again, because it's a political process, it takes time. So I'm following our COVID developments right now and want people to stay focused on that. But I want them to stay focused on the economy also, and that is to help out black businesses where you can. So, have them deliver food to you or go to their businesses and shop and do whatever you can within the context of COVID. We're suffering mightily out here in California. We got over 40,000 deaths. So, but again, we got 40 million people here. So, but again, that's a lot of deaths, and they're overwhelming the funeral homes. They can't even cremate people fast enough. So, want everybody to be safe, but keep your mind and your eyes on the prize.
That sounds great. Okay. I need this. If I'm walking the streets of Oakland, California, right now,
wear a mask.
Wear a mask. When is the when is the mayor voting coming up in Oakland?
What is the what?
When is it time to reelect your mayor?
Oh wow, I'm not sure on that one. I think we just had the mayoral. No. That was city council elections. I think the mayor's election comes up in 22.
Okay, hold on.
Next year.
Hold on. Is there any controversy about anyone that's going to run?
Oh, well, there's always controversy, and that's what we love, because we want people's eyes focused on local government. Like I said, one of the problems we've always had is we focus on president and governor, but we don't focus on DA and mayor and dog catcher and sheriff and all those people that affect our lives day to day. But that's why, again, Bobby Seale ran for mayor out of the Black Panther Party, and we've been focused in on our local government ever since. And we went through that Black Power era where we had our first black mayor in Lionel Wilson, and you guys had Coleman Young and so forth. So, we're in a period now where I hope folks that when they go to vote, they pay attention to not just the on-year elections where the governor and the president is on, but in the off-year elections when the mayor and the city council and the sheriff and the dog catcher.
Okay, hold on, Leo. Would you say your last name, Michelle? Broughton. Michelle, we here in Detroit, we're about to go into a mayor's race, and we know that we have Mayor Duggan is going to run again. There is Anthony Adams, who used to be the vice mayor under Kwame Kilpatrick, is going to run. And we're going to have ex-councilperson Sharon McPhail, I understand, is taking petitions to run. How do you see that breaking out?
Well, the whole thing is you have to get to the voters. You have to get your message out. You have to get in touch with the people. And so with COVID, that's going to be, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I don't want to be negative on anything because people love different people, if you know what I mean.
Yes, sir.
Sharon McPhail has her following, even though she's ran a couple of times for mayor. And Anthony Adams has his following. And also, he was a school board member. Did you know that for Detroit Public Schools?
President.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has a following.
In fact, when Anthony Adams was the school board president, I think the school board did not have the powers. Is that correct, or did they have the powers?
Yep, that's
okay.
correct.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
So at that time, they were more or less like a figurehead. They didn't have power.
Yeah, the people, the voters, Detroiters, need to pay attention, because if the conditions of where you live in right now isn't what you need to make a change. Do you hear me?
Yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Your water was turned off by the current mayor you have right now, city council. Nobody cared about you, but that's a different story. What I'm saying is pay attention to the conditions that you're living, that the mayor's position had power to put block grant funds in the pot so that your block could improve, so that the seniors could stay in their houses instead of the power to be come and say, oh, well, I'm sorry, you got to go. People need to pay attention to the facts, to how they were treated as Detroiters. Your street lights are all still not on. Trash is late. Trash didn't come get picked up. I mean, come on. There's so many things.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like there's going to be conversation, and probably other folks will maybe join that mayor's race, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Our city council, how is that shaping up?
City council. That's another thing that Detroiters need to pay attention to. You can't keep giving the elected official the go pass when they do not take care of their district or the city or the community at large. You can't. You should want better. And when you see them vote in step with the mayor, the city council job is to check the mayor. The city council is supposed to be a part of checks and balance. But so many times, and correct me if I'm wrong, whatever the mayor says, they just don't ask the question, okay, I'll vote that way. And the one person that won't vote that way is smart enough to know it doesn't make a difference, because once you have a quorum, who cares if she didn't vote that way? You know, she's playing the game.
Mm-hmm. Hold on just a moment, okay? Mr. Leo Birzil.
Yes, sir.
You served as a council person dealing with the mayor and that type of bills, and how does that work when you are a council person and you know your folks are asking you to represent them in a certain fashion, they want certain things done, but you know that, I mean, not you, I mean, talking about the folks, but you go in and you got a strong mayor and the mayor says, nope, that's not happening.
Well, the strong mayor here simply means that the mayor is not on the city council. We used to be, when I was on city council, first started off, the mayor was on the city council. It had one vote just like the other members of the other 8 members of the council. He was the 9th member. We then, Jerry Brown came in and we changed the charter and made the mayor a strong mayor, meaning we made him an executive mayor,
right,
so that he was no longer sitting on the city council. And the mayor then ran the job that the city managers used to do, and that is taking care of the day-to-day administration of the city. The key to the city council, and I don't know about Detroit or other cities, but in Oakland, the city council is like the Congress. It appropriates the money. The budget has to start and be passed by the city council. So the mayor, whatever the mayor wants to spend money on, they have to get it through the city council. And so that out of the 8 members on the city council, the mayor needs to have at least 5 of those members on his or her side. And usually the way they get that, because we run by districts,
okay,
the mayor usually has the ability to raise money from all of the big boys in town, and so he can help out a city councilman who can't necessarily raise money out of maybe like
I'm interrupting.
Was 80% black, and we didn't have a lot of wealth out here, so I couldn't raise a lot of money at the grassroots level. So
interrupting.
I needed
Leo.
money from whoever could give it to me. And if the mayor told the people that was giving out the money not to give it to me, then
Okay.
I would have to be beholden to the mayor. So
Okay.
that's how that checks and balance things work. We can check the budget, but we at the same time got to get elected to be able to act on the budget. And
But the
if
people
the mayor
elect- but-
can
but-
help you get elected, then the mayor has that power.
Okay, but the people that are electing you are saying you. I'm not talking. I'm just giving you what's happening in Detroit.
Right.
Excuse me. In fact, don't let me give it to you what's happening in Detroit. Michelle?
Hello. The way Leo was explaining it is just what happened in Detroit. It used to be council people were, all of them, all 9 was at large. They switched it. The city charter was changed. And so now they're in districts. And just the way he says it, because I witnessed it myself, some little person, some little minion from the mayor will say, hey, you're not raising enough money. If you do what I need you to do, I'll make sure you get some money for your campaign. Lord and behold, that happens. And the person that was campaigning on the benefit of the people is now not able to represent the people because he owes his seat to the mayor. And now he has to bow down and do whatever the mayor says because he sold his soul. He wanted that seat so bad. He didn't believe in the people on the vote, which of course it takes money. But if you can work the streets and knock on doors and talk to people, you can be lucky enough to make it without all of that. But just the way Leo said, that's how they work Detroit, and that's why you can't get the needs that the citizens need in the neighborhoods. Downtown looks great. But you need to come to my neighborhood and look at the houses in my neighborhood, down the street, across the street, and behind me.
Okay.
And tell me why it is the way it is.
But I'm confused because we've been hearing about the council people and how they're not representing the people. We've gone through the council races. We've had folks who swore that they were for the people. They receive the votes of the people. They get into the council. Then we go through the same situation now that the people are saying that the council is like a suck up to the mayor. Is that because the mayor's doing such a wonderful job that they endorse what he's doing, or is it just that they're just getting a paycheck?
Everybody needs their job till they don't. People are power hungry, and if the mayor is going to help fund your campaign, then what are the people going to do? Because I always ask this question. When you find out the candidate that you supported is not representing you, they become a liar, then what you need to do is put their feet to the fire and say, hey, we got you. You won't get that seat again. But nobody has a long memory. They have short memory. And they don't get together unless it's hurting us, like police brutality. They don't get together as a force and say, remove them, meaning do not vote for them. Let's get a viable candidate and put somebody else in that seat until we get what we need. They don't do that. They just let them slide.
My time is getting short, but I want to get this real quickly in. You spoke about mental illness earlier. We talk about this young lady that was a young girl that was 9 years of age. I understand was the police was called because of her mother saying something, and they came out and they did this handcuffing and pepper spraying a young girl, 9 years of age. You hear anything about that part?
No.
Yeah, it's kind of spicy from what I hear. But the thing is that they spoke on. Well, let me not give you the rumor because I can't give you the proper information. So let me eat that back up. But anyway, we do know that there was a 9-year-old girl that was pepper sprayed. Hold on, please, Leo. Before we go, is there anything exciting that you feel that you need to let the world know before we go?
Nothing exciting. Like I said, we're in crisis, and we've got to focus in on the crisis right now. I'm looking forward to the excitement that we will generate once we get through this crisis. But the excitement that I have right now is that they're just looking forward to the wonderful programs that are on for this month of February for Black History. I'm excited about the Fred Hampton story. I haven't had a chance to see it. I think it's on Netflix or something like that. But anyway, there's a lot of good stuff that's coming out. And so I look forward to seeing as many of the programs as I can. I love the DVD, so I can tape everything and hold it and look at it at my pleasure. 2:00 in the morning.
Speaking of that, real quickly, do you think the Oakland Raiders knew that gambling was going to become legal? Is why they moved to Las Vegas?
No, I just think, it's like any other business, man. They're going to go where they can make the money, and the money guides it all. It's just like all of the automobile plants that left Detroit. The Motor City don't have no motors no more, because they can make the motors somewhere else.
That's right.
That's the way it goes.
Well, Mr. Leo, take a few moments. I'm going to let you say goodbye first, and then I'm going to... No, I'll tell you what, we have a few moments here. No, we don't. I was told, got to do it this way. Take it out. Take it out, Leo.
Well, I want to say I'm glad to be on with you again, Billy, and God bless you, and keep this going, because we need to be able to communicate with each other. I love listening to Sister Michelle there in Detroit, and to see how our current problems coincide city to city.
Well, I'll tell you this, Mr. Leo Brazil, that based upon the statistics on a week-to-week basis, our program is growing by leaps and bounds with the shares and the information I'm getting. We got all these folks from all the different countries. I'm just amazed when I look at the address where they're living and where it's coming from. It's just amazing, and I'm excited. So that when we continue to work this and we get our advertisers coming and get those advertisers making money from people buying their products and buying their services, then we're talking about Jones. We're talking about moving to at least 2 to 3 days a week, because we have a message that the world needs to hear. We have a message in a fashion that the world can understand. That's what this is about. And we also have another number, world, that in case wherever you are, you wanted to join this conversation. I don't just have one. I don't just have two. I've got 3 telephone lines for you to join us. Leo, was that your goodbye? Leo?
Yes, sir. That's my goodbye.
Okay, and again, don't forget, find a picture for me so we'll talk about getting a picture, because I want a picture of you, okay?
All right. Can I send it to your email number?
Sure can.
And that's that phone number. I mean, not my email, but I'll send it to you on text.
Got that. Thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you next week, okay?
All right.
Thank you, ma'am. Michelle, your last name?
Yes, Michelle Broden here.
And give me your last thoughts.
My last thought is Black History Month, family. Celebrate your history, celebrate your culture, and don't forget to celebrate yourself. Also, it may help us. The DIA.org will have some programs that you also might like to enjoy. So we got to support each other. We got to love each other, because this is some trying times that we're in.
Okay.
But again, it's Black History Month. Let's celebrate us.
Thank you, thank you. And I also want to say to the family, let's give our prayers out to Mr. Richard Welch, the Silver Fox Farrier, who is going in for a heart operation Friday. Also to the Candleman. Michelle, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. The Candleman, I said it was his niece, but I think it was you said it was his granddaughter?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, my mistake. It was his auntie, his niece. What I'm trying to do here is the Candleman's family member, I believe it was the niece, that was murdered last week. She will be buried. We'll have the memorial today. That's the Candleman. So we send our prayers to him. I got to go. Family, we love you. We respect you.
Yes, send our prayers. Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Family, we love you. We respect you. Please share. Put your likes in on the program. And to Minister Malik Shabazz, don't forget he'll be on the air on Saturday from 8 to 10 on this station, TV 33. Gotta go. Love you. Bye now. You wouldn't have to go anywhere, because this is the Talk Beat Jones, and